Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Yes, so last year we stayed at a holiday site called Pentewan Sands, which is located down in Cornwall. Now, if you're looking for a site that has its own beach in a great location, this might be the site for you. So the site itself is located in St Austell. It's only a stone's throw away from Nevergizzy, so again, if you're planning to visit that is within walking distance from the site. So the site does actually have a holding field, so if you want to travel down the night before, you can do that. From what I remember, I think it was around £30, and you can access this after 7 p.m. What you need to do is actually go in to reception, check in as normal, and then one of the security guards will actually escort you over to the holding field, which is just across the road from the main entrance, but it does have a barrier, so you can't just drive in here. And then once you're in there, obviously they'll line you up in terms of getting you ready. It has water, a tap there, so you do have access to that. And then the barrier opens at 11 o'clock in the morning, so it allows anybody on site to obviously leave, vacate, and they can tidy up the pitches, ready for you to then come over and set up. So this is your main reception area. Just pull up here on the left. This is security and reception, so both here if you need anything. And just behind reception is your shop. Again, really good bakery, so if you're looking for any pastries or anything, definitely worth having a look there. But they do it all day, so you're not going to run out. Chip shop. So this is your main complex. Upstairs is your restaurant, bar area, bingo, quiz, certain things going on, but you need to make sure that you check in what's going on each day. And then down the bottom you've got your swimming pool, indoor pool, quite good, but it does get busy. Just rock up and go though. And then you've got your fun house for younger children, but again that needs looking into in terms of what's in there and when. So as you first go in, you've got like the equivalent of a Costa here on the right hand side, and which is open most of the day. It's got a small arcade, so there is some entertainment in terms of slot machines there for the younger kids if that's what they're looking for, but it is pretty basic and quite small. As you come out, there's not really much else on the ground floor apart from your swimming pool, which is right in front of you here. There's two pools. There's sort of like a fun pool for smaller kids with a small slide, and then just off the side of that you've got like a pool for doing the lengths and a bit more swimming, but again both accessible, and it's just a case of going over and turning up. Now this is your main evening entertainment. It is obviously your bar and restaurant, and there's a more fancier one over to the right corner, but again I think you can get the menus online. But yeah, nice setup. I would say if you're looking for a table, get here early because it does get very busy. And then obviously if you've got nice weather, you can chill out up on the decking area. And this is just the kids entertainment, but yeah, you will need to actually have a look at that in terms of what it offers in terms of entertainment. When we've been there during the summer months, I would say it's yeah, not a great deal, and it wasn't on for very long, so it's not the sort of area where you're going to go for hours and hours. So yeah, do check to see what's on. So a lot of people have their boats here, but again you can use tractors, pay for those, and they'll launch your boats. I'm not sure exactly how much that is, but there is an option unless you want to launch it yourself, but it's about taking it down obviously. to the sea yourself, so it depends on what kind of trailer you've got. They've got a surf shop here, going to hire lots of stuff. It's the sort of fees that you're looking at. Boat tours. Headlines, sauna if you really want it, entirely up to you, bit of everything here. So if the main entertainment isn't your thing, this is a nice little beach bar that's open quite late, I think like 10 o'clock each day, and you can get food here, either eat in or take away. But yeah, really nice for a lot of kids to just play on the beach while you chill out and have a beer. But yeah, it does really good food. So this will give you a really good overview of what the site looks like from the air. Now it does have a mixture of both statics, caravans, tents on site, so you do have multiple options if you want to stay here. Like I say, it's very popular with people that have got sailing boats or small ribs. You're not allowed things like jet skis here, I believe, and like I say, you've got your tractors to actually sort of launch the different items that you might have. Now there is also a number of beach plots here. This used to be something that you had to go into a ballad before, but that's not there anymore, so it's just a case of first come first serve. But yeah, waking up each morning looking out to the beach is really nice. And then as you carry on in, there is sort of, yeah, just outside the park here, there is a number of parks and small shops you can go and explore just to go and do something different of an evening. The beach on site is lovely, no issues with that whatsoever, and it's perfect if you're paddleboarding or if you want to do a bit of bodyboarding. It really depends on the weather that you have. We've been here a couple of times and yeah, it's been flat calm, so it would have been pretty useless for bodyboarding, but yeah, really nice, whatever you do decide to take with you. Now the tides, obviously like with anywhere, you've got to be careful, they are quite strong, but yeah, you can actually get your paddle boards and go around to Nevagizzy and back, but yeah, just make sure that yeah, you're not fighting against the tide. And it does have, like I say, not the biggest of waves, but certainly big enough to have a bit of fun with some the bodyboards, as you can see, Chloe catching a few waves.
Hello squad. We're just going around, going to the pub. Come on, Else. You get up.
So when the tide goes out, it does have a number of great crabbing locations actually on site. The only downside here is Louise got very competitive and we weren't allowed to leave until she actually caught the biggest and the most amount of crabs. But yeah, certainly a great location and yeah, keeps the kids occupied for hours once the tide is out. Just catch it at the right time. Rightio, so we have decided to walk to Nevagizzy today. So we've started off on that beach, obviously where we're staying, about there. We've come out the camp and then there's a coastal path that comes up over this hill, back down, and we're going to head all the way up here, up over the top, for the fun of it apparently. I'm sure I'll be hanging out of my bottom by the time I get to the other side, but let's see how we get on. There is the troops. Let's go, go, go. Rightio, so we're just over halfway. Nevagizzy is just down there, so we've just got to get through this fence and gate all the way up and down, and hopefully it'll be a nice descent down into Nevagizzy, ready for a pint, because I'm gasping. Tides out. Hopefully there's a fish shop here. We'll be moving some prawns. do definitely like some Cornwall come into the old harbours, but not always do, so I'll find out, but we'll carry on and see what we can find.
That boat is tipping.
He's like, throw me some food. So within Nevergizzy you do have a number of different boat options if that's something that you're looking to do. You've got some sort of more sort of slower boats that go out and do sort of a tour for an hour, or you can hire one of these sort of safari jet boats and either hire the whole boat, or you can just phone up and get individual spaces depending on how big of a group that you're in. Now, as I said, this is a safari cruise, so it's not a thrill-seeking jet boat as such. Obviously the idea here is to sort of go out, see the local wildlife, seals and so forth, and sort of learn some about the history, and you go to different points up and down the coast where the host is very knowledgeable in terms of sort of giving you lots of information. But it's something that we'd definitely recommend if that's the kind of thing that you like doing. But like I say, it's just a case of sort of booking up in advance if you can, just so again you can get that space, and then you're given a time slot and then you just rock up and jump in when you're ready. But like I say, you get to see quite a lot of different things whilst you're going through.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of big ones, yeah. Oh yeah, so these are our grey seals. We have grey and common seals here, but predominantly grey in this area. Yeah, grey.
Now from the beach you will see this go back and forth a number of times, but as I said, it is a really good sort of hour out, but I would definitely recommend, if you are thinking about it, definitely book it. There is an option just to turn up, but if you're in a larger group, getting a space for all of you might be hard going, especially when the weather's really good. But a nice little cheeky boat trip out. But with any of these sort of good things, before you know it, your hour's up and you're on your way back in. But definitely worth a look.
Oh, that was fast.
That was good.
The little baby seals are cute, the little fluffy ones on the side.
This one was better though.
Yeah, he was. He wanted a fish.
Yeah, he spoke to me. He was like,
Rightio, that's it for this week's video. Hopefully this has given you a really good overview of the park and what to expect if you're going to visit. And if you've got any questions, drop them below and I'll come back to you. And I will see you all on the next one. Cheers all.